right, we're going. I mean, even on YouTube, I think my best video has 16 views. So it's not like this isn't the Joe Rogan show or anything. But Joe, if you want involved, I'll interview you. All right, welcome back to 7 Minutes for Seniors. This is our second segment. I'm Chris. This is Matt with Assisting Hands. We were just talking about, how we work together in the community to assist seniors.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's in the title of your company, right?
Yeah.
So how exactly does your company help seniors? Everybody has a different way, right? What do you guys do that helps seniors in the community?
So our part in the continuum of care is that we help seniors remain independent at home. A lot of times they need a little bit of help, and sometimes that means going to a facility, and sometimes that means staying home with a little bit of help. Sometimes it's more than the family can do, or the family isn't present, they're out of state, or they're just not able to keep up with the needs.
Yeah.
And so we help people stay safe, happy at home, with various means of bathing or grooming, dressing, driving them to errands, driving them to doctor's appointments, cutting up meals and feeding them, sponge baths if they're bedbound, and keeping them positioned in bed. So we work with a variety. We work with a lot of dementia, Alzheimer's patients. We work with Parkinson's patients, stroke patients. We have a patient right now, and I love our patients, but we have a 99-year-old patient, and the only reason we're caring for her is she twisted her ankle. She broke her ankle. Otherwise, this woman is more on top of things than I am.
They're bulletproof. I tell you, once they get past like 90 or 95, I always think about like the World War I movies where they dug a trench, right? And then 1,000 men jump out of the trench and they go running across the field to try to get to the other trench, and like 990 of them get gunned down and 10 guys get to the other trench. That's kind of how senior aging is, right?
Yeah.
Like there's strokes and there's, car accidents and, COVID and all this stuff, and it picks them off one on one. But then you get a 99-year-old who's probably never been to the hospital, never took a pill. I know my wife's grandfather lived to be 101, and he took a cinnamon tablet every day. When the doctor told him 30 years before that he had type 2 diabetes, he's like, yeah, I don't want your medication. I don't want your medication. So he literally had like bottles of cinnamon tablets that he would take, and he'd go back to the doctor, and the doctor would be like, Bob, your A1C is really good. He's like, yeah, see, look, I don't need your medication.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, it's fascinating when you get somebody like that, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who hasn't fallen into the age role or the old role or the sick role or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah, so we're able to assist her just while she recovers. She's getting some skilled rehab in the house.
Yeah.
And so we're there keeping her safe. We're there overnight for right now.
Okay.
So it's a 24/7 case for us right
now.
Wow. So we're making sure she's safe, everything she needs, she's comfortable, she's readjusting. She was in rehab for 5 months with a broken ankle.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And so she's readjusting back to the house.
Why for so long? Did she not have that support in the home? Could she have come home earlier if you guys would have been?
Yeah, we don't have the full story yet of why so long in rehab.
Yeah.
It was a long time in rehab.
But
when we got there, she was saying goodbye, and there was just a flood of people, friends she had made in that 5 months there. So neat to see.
It's got to be hard because she probably fell into that situation and made a lot of good connections there.
Yeah.
That reintegration back to the house after 5 months, though, it's got to be rough.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I have a hard time coming home from vacation after 7 days. I'm like, where's the ketchup?
So we're helping to ease that back into home. So that's one thing we do is we help with transitions.
Yeah.
Out of rehab back into the house, or out of surgery, different situations, readjusting back to your house and being safe.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we're helping them, transfer or stand by in the shower or giving them showers. It goes along with what you're doing too, is just trying to keep people safe in their homes and keeping them from having to go to the hospital, having to go back to rehab.
Well, your grab bars are a little bit more expensive than my grab bars are.
Yeah, ours are fully mobile, and they serve you.
They have emotions and kids and car payments and
yeah.
So, who would you say is your ideal client with Assisting Hands right now? A year into this project or this, into this business, who's your ideal client right now?
Yeah, it's really anybody who needs some help. Like I said, we've been approved for VA recently.
Mm-hmm.
So we love serving our vets.
Mm-hmm.
We love that too because it's free for them through the VA. So
what program is that the VA pays you through?
It's the Community Care Network, Home Health Aid.
Yep.
So the CCN, and it's a pleasure to be a part of that. We love that. Anybody who just needs some help at home, that we're providing some independence, and like I said, it's a wide range.
Yeah.
Bedbound, we have bedbound advanced dementia patients who don't speak.
Yeah.
And we have our 99-year-old who's,
Yeah.
on top of things and loving life and arguing about the news with us.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so, every stage of independence or dependence, we're able to come in there and help. So.
Yeah. Awesome. And then I think you said that your services are, and if they're not covered by the VA, they are private pay.
Yeah. So there's primarily private pay, long-term care insurance. We
Mhm.
work with several clients right now who are using their long-term care insurance
Yeah.
with us, and those policies vary on how much they cover, what they cover, etc.
Right.
And then, a large portion of it is private pay.
So even with long-term care insurance, they would have to pay you first and then get reimbursed by the insurance, right?
Typically,
Yeah.
typically that's how it works.
That's what I run into too.
Mhm.
And I just try to explain to people, like, if you follow up with them and send them the receipt, they're going to send you your money back. So your
Yep.
investment is protected, right?
Yep. Yeah, people are afraid to use long-term care insurance. They don't want to tap into it too early, and then a lot of people die with it fully intact.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of, I don't know if you watch Survivor, but it's like going home on Survivor with an idol in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that. You paid for it. A lot of times these people don't even know that they have that long-term care insurance. That's what's amazing to me.
Yeah. People work at these big corporations. Sometimes they get it as a benefit, and it's just sitting in there, and they never use it.
I had a guy years ago when I was treating patients that was with CSX and had a salesman come in, probably when he was younger than you and I, right?
Mhm.
Salesman comes in and says, for $1 a paycheck for 1 year, for $1 a paycheck for 1 year, we have this amazing policy that's going to take care of you and your wife. It'll pay for caregivers in the home up to 24 hours, like all of this stuff. It'll pay for modifications to your home. And this was years ago, right? So he did it and he forgot about it. And then he had a stroke and his wife remembered it.
Oh.
And she called the company and are like, oh, we didn't even know you guys even remembered that thing. And they ended up having to honor the policy.
That's great.
So he had a massive stroke and he had somebody there 24 hours a day and didn't have to pay a single penny.
That's great.
And I'm like, I need to find that salesman,
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
Yeah,
somebody comes to you and says, we'll take care of you in the future for $1 a paycheck.
Yeah.
$52.
A lot of those companies went out of business.
Yeah. 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 I don't know how that ended up working, but yeah, it was crazy.
They got their money's worth.
Yeah, absolutely. He's still kicking too. So I'm sure he's still getting help in the home. Yeah, absolutely. So is that our timer?
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. We'll be back. Thank you.